All right, well, there we go. We on Mondays I changed my channel over to my my personal account so that I can keep up with the chat and everything on the podcast, and then I try to remember to switch back on Thursdays. Of course, Emerson's down here working with me, so we forgot, we didn't do it right, and had my Gunter going for a little while. My personal channel is Gunter Lopes. It's an acronym for name. So, but as you can see, we're both working on our drag cars. So, I have a DR10 that I'm getting rigged up for the Go Fast class. I just put in a 3.5 old Viper motor. I don't have any idea how fast it is. I don't even know if it works. We're about to find out. I got a brand new Losi no prep drag car roller, and Emerson is getting the speed controller wired up because we're gonna put a 13.5 motor in this one. So we're gonna have an open class and then a 13.5 class car for now, and we're gonna give it a rip. So something I've never done before. I don't know anything about it. I've been studying up, watching videos and stuff, and reading a little bit. And I worked on this last night. I put I changed the shock fluids to pretty thick shock fluid. I put 500K diff fluid in the diff. And then I changed out all the electronics. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Emerson probably should have watched my how-to solder video.
Well, it's been a while. They should see some of the old photo X's I used to do. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Put it underneath of it. Here. So, stop. So it helps. We need to get a. Yeah, that's really messy. So, have something holding it up like that. Since we don't have something to hold it up with, and you just take this and you have it underneath of it. You're going on top. You can't. Nothing's going to work underneath of it, or it's not going to work when it's on top of it. So you just get it hot, and then you just let the wire absorb all the solder. Okay. See how it's starting to suck it in? There it goes. Okay. See that?
Mm-hmm.
You really got to coat it for what we're going to try to do there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got to do that to both wires. And when you get these wires, make sure that you twist them.
Yeah, I know. I was doing that earlier.
Make sure you twist it so they don't get all messy and come off like that. Let's see. So yeah, hi guys. We're gonna go drag racing in Missouri Valley on Sunday, Father's Day. Hopefully we have both cars running. If not, whatever, we'll figure it out. Steve RC, yeah, I got 2 how-to solder videos, and they're both in my my how-to list. So there should be how to solder part 1 and how to solder part 2. And I don't know, they don't get a lot of views, but it's also kind of difficult to make that video. I didn't have very good camera angle, and I might try to do those again later on down the road. So
Part two.
yeah, part two, exactly. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so now that I have my speed controller all set up, I'm gonna try to set the ESC, and I have to read the instructions because I have no idea. Oh, it does a castle style. Okay. So we can do that. Let's make sure that this is in the right model, which it's not. I never thought I'd have more than like 3 models on a radio, and now I have like 12 models on one radio. A lot of them I'm never going to like actually drive. Like I got my crawler behind me, and my old comp crawler, my low-C comp crawler. I don't think I'm ever actually going to drive it. It's more of like a shelf clean. Okay. Let's see. So oh, it helps if I plugged it in. Hold it at full brake. It works. Look at those belted tires. Not expand at all. Dude. Hercules, Hercules. It's exciting. That's really exciting. Oh, I'm so glad that works, because when you have an old speed controller that you've had for a long time, you never know if like the reason why you haven't used it in a while is if something went wrong with it, because I honestly couldn't remember. So I did. I don't know what I'm doing, so I just kind of guessed. I put the speed controller center line here in the battery tray. We're using shorty packs 2-cell. I'm using my ProTech 160T servo like I always use, and then like I said, I've got that's an old Viper 3.5 that Matt Robinson actually gave to me. So I'll be curious to see how fast the car is. It sounds fast, right? So tonight while he's working on that, and I'm going to help him along. I'm going to put the LCF slipper pads in, and I'm going to put on the roll bar for the DR10. And then I think this thing is ready to go try some passes tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow till 2, so I think I'm going to blow off the front of I live on a T, right? And so, the street in front of me is fairly flat and even, so I think I'm going to blow it off and make some passes just to see if it's going to work, or just to see, how it is. Hopefully it doesn't clog or anything like that. That's also what I'm scared of, because like I said, if it's been, I've had this speed controller lying around forever, so I don't even remember why I haven't used it in a while. So hopefully it's not because it was busted. Hopefully I just haven't used it in a while. So
what happened to that one leg grabber thing?
Oh, it's up there.
Is it?
Yeah, it's up there. So meanwhile, Emerson is right there. See it? Right there. It's literally right in front of you. Right next to your tires. See those 2 blue tires? Look up. Dude, on top of the thing. See the blue tires? It's right there. You have your hand right next to it. All right. Jackson Anderson has a what tires you bringing to the Roar Regionals in Kansas City next week. So let's see, what have I ordered? I've ordered green compound and aqua compound blockades, stalkers, reflexes, and then I got for myself, I got some triple Ds for my e-buggy, and then we also got Cosmos, green Cosmos, mainly because they were in stock. That's kind of the only reason that I ordered those. They were kind of lean on 8-scale tires, so I pretty much went through and picked whatever J Concepts actually had, in stock at the time of my order. So these you off-roaders too. So these white slipper pads that come with all of your like B6 and then the DR10 and stuff. These slip more than these, and so these have a more consistent feel to them when you put them in your slipper. And so hopefully you want to be smooth off the line, right? So if these get hot at all, they grease up and they slip a lot, especially in off-road running mod on a high grippy surface. So that's why you'll see most of your mod guys are running this slipper. With the Octolock version, you can fine tune it even more. You can get away with using these if you use the triple Octolock or whatever they call it. But for what I'm going to do here, just all the videos I watched on the DR10, they're pretty much all saying to go to these. So I'm going to put it on and call it good. So let's see. Coming back up here, Lance. Sorry, I missed your question. I am from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm the manager at one of the managers, second in command officially, at the Hobbytown HobbyPlex in Omaha, Nebraska. We have an indoor carpet, indoor dirt, big clay track. We have a big outdoor crawler course. I also fly, and I also do all sorts of other hobby stuff. So pretty much all radio controlled. I've never actually gone drag racing before with anybody, so I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of giddy that I get to go do this. So it should be a good time. Let's see. RC Bros is on here. I haven't drag raced with Dewey yet. I know that there's like a group in Sioux City, and I'm excited if this works out. I wouldn't mind trying to spend the day somewhere else just to expand on what I'm doing. I'm kind of building up. I kind of want to go to that Topeka race. So if anything, I will, if I get my butt kicked or whatever, which I probably will, I'll just take a bunch of video, make a cool video on that. It's so close. They had that Tulsa event, that drag racing event a couple weeks ago. And it's been a long time since I felt like I was missing out on something, and so I'm going to go do that. I think it's going to be pretty fun.
So do I put under?
So the easiest way is to put like a pair of pliers down and have one on top of the other and just press it down until they both connect with one another. Oh. If you're going to do it the hacky way, like we're doing, that's the easiest way. It's almost harder to do it that way than it is to just have it on a flat surface.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a couple good questions on here. Peter Renault, he's one of our Patreon members, one of our first Patreon members. I have two, Nick Nuthouse and Peter Renault. So that's awesome. He just got his B74 out for the first time and said he's been in the track well. I think that's pretty awesome. What do I like to fly? I really enjoy 3D. So I've got an Ultimate 2 and an Extra 300 that I've still haven't fixed yet. I crashed it. I ran it out of battery, and I couldn't bring it in time. I was pretty bummed out about that. And then I'm thinking about getting like a Timber X or a Night Timber X just to have something high wing to play around with. And I think eventually I'll probably try to get a jet. I'm thinking that new bigger Viper from E-Flight, I think would suit me pretty well. So But the other day I made a Pawnee Piper for somebody, and that was pretty fun. It's kind of slow for me, but still really fun. So I like to fly just about everything. If it's too slow, though, I don't really like it anymore. I've got that Habu STS trainer, and that is a very good plane for beginners, but way too slow for me. So Cole Webb wants to know, how did Mitchell Pavel get the nickname Missile? I mean, he just hit a lot of people. So if you get missiled, he doesn't do that as much anymore. But for a while there, he was running into everybody pretty much all the time. It was pretty funny. So. Tanner Anthony's getting in my head. He's saying, just in advance, the people that drag race there, they're fast. And I don't doubt it.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, I don't doubt that they're fast. I get that. This is something totally new for me. So I'm going to be a complete novice. And I don't expect to do well. So I was almost tempted to just make this a straight up 13.5 car. But I don't know. I like to go fast. I want to see how fast I can go. You know, that's why I was pretty stoked that I remembered that I had a 3.5 motor. Because the Plex is out because nobody has anything. And I don't know. We'll get in there. RC Bros, what would you pick? Losi, Traxxas, or Team Associated? I don't know, man. So
depends on what we're talking about.
I'm kind of stoked right now that I got that Losi roller, because I want to do now that I have both and he and I can do this together. I'm excited to be able to tell the differences between them. I think my personal opinion is the price of the Drag Slash kind of prices me out. So for now, it kind of prices me out. Do you need help with that?
No.
I think it's good.
You sure?
Yeah, just put heat shrink over that one. I think you're fine. Just cut the heat shrink.
I was gonna try and crush it down more.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
This. Like that?
Yeah, that'll work. It'll be fine. What's going on here? Where can we find all the drag race comps? So I don't know. Let's see. Locally, a lot of them get announced on our 402 RC Club group on Facebook. The national ones, I didn't even know about the Tulsa thing until it was too late to even plan for it. I stumbled upon the Topeka race thing way back. I think Will and I were talking about it on our podcast way back in May, but I think I just stumbled upon it on Facebook. So I don't know if there's one specific source for a lot of these events anymore. I don't really know how else to answer that one. It's kind of like the crawling thing. I really wanted to go to that Rojas, gosh darn it, that Rojas Rocco thing in Colorado, but unfortunately, I already had a Summer Series race scheduled that same weekend. If I would have known about it earlier, I would have scheduled our Summer Series around it so I could have gone. So, yeah, that's beautiful.
Good?
Yep. Do the next one.
Okay.
So this body mount's basically just getting in my way. I can't put this thing on. I'll be doing this all over. Cole Webb wants to know, Family Friday Off-Roads tomorrow. Yes, it is. Family Friday Off-Road, followed by our first Saturday Truck Series on Saturday. He's racing. What are you going to race? You're going to race Mini Truggy? You're going to race Pro 2?
I'm going to get my revenge.
He's going to try to race Pro 2. I'm going to race my Traxxas Slash, which I was going to work on tonight, but I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm more focused on this guy. Come on now. Oh, gosh darn it. So stupid.
I'm gonna get my revenge.
Steve RC, you're going to get addicted to drag racing and end up having a drag race strip at the Plex. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's not a whole lot of space anymore in our area. I was trying to brainstorm about where we could actually do our own drag racing thing at. And, they just built that new building across the street from us. And I was thinking, I wonder how flat and smooth it is behind that building. The only crappy thing about that is, and this is what goes through my head, I'm like, well, that would be awesome, except that nobody'd see it. I think we need to be in front of people to see it. So it's almost better for us to go try to find a smooth parking lot or something like that just got built. What's awesome is my sister's podcast building actually has a really nice brand new parking lot that I think would be pretty awesome. So
yeah, there's like pebbles everywhere.
Yeah, you can blow them off though. It'll be fine. Joe RC Garage, have you seen the design flaw of the low C drag car and do you think it's a big deal? One of the shocks in the back can never be fully compressed because the drive shaft hits the motor case. Oh, I see what you're saying. I think they have that suspension so limited. It looks like it hits the gear cover. That's interesting. I don't know how much compression. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, that's the first time I've looked at that. I mean, you could just take the gear cover off and then maybe it won't be as big of a deal. Yeah, there's quite a few new parking lots. Man, that one that I was thinking about though, that's down by my sister's studio would be pretty dialed. It would it's long and flat and technically it has something to do with RC because it's at the podcast building. So
Come on.
all right. And the only thing I'm missing now are some J Concepts belted hotties. That's pretty much the only thing that I'm missing on my my DR10 here. So we'll just run with what we got, and then we'll figure it out as we get deeper into it. But I'm pretty happy I got the electronics in. I didn't want to bore you guys with like trying to wire it all up. So
Like I'm doing.
Like Emerson's doing right now. Hopefully it doesn't rain or anything on Sunday. It's supposed to rain late, I think. So I think we'll still be able to get the race in. I'm going to be using my my new camera. I got a brand new camera to do better videos with. And instead of just using my phone, I'm still going to use my phone for a lot of stuff, but I'll show you guys real quick here.
Show them the pictures I took of you. So
here we go, guys. I got a A6400 Sony, and got a Rode shotgun mic. Got a nice little handle to start with, so that I can move around and stuff, so I don't have to just hold it like that the whole time. And yeah, dude, I'm pretty excited. It's got this cool little thing that comes out, so you can see the video you're doing. And then eventually I'm going to be using this for the live stream, so you can kind of like pick that up so you can see yourself from it. So yeah, brand new, just got it, and hopefully learn how to use it pretty quick. Pretty stoked. By the way, this is a scooter.
I would have took the scooter.
I know. I should have taken the scooter, but instead now it's a camera. Did you get that one?
It's messy, but
yeah, nobody will tell when you have the.
Exactly.
That's what the heat shrink's for,
Unless
right?
they watch the video.
Yeah. So, anybody watching the Nats coverage today from the Roar 8 scale Nats? I tried to watch a little bit of it while I was at work. I got sick at work. Not really sick, but I got started to get a really bad headache, and I had to leave a little bit early. Came home, took a nap, kind of woke up, got a little bit of caffeine in me after that, and then felt a lot better. So, yeah, it's going to be good. Cole Webb, any class you can race your Rustler in? Dude, you should do mod truck. I bet that would be awesome. You should totally do live mod truck.
Why does the smoke always go towards you?
I don't know. Do I have a hat mount for that camera? Dude, there's no way I'm putting that camera on my head. It's way too much. I spent a ridiculous amount of money on that. More than I ever thought I would spend on a camera, but I don't know. I kind of want to. I just feel like I feel like I can make some pretty cool. Maybe once a month, actually take some good footage, like when we go to this drag race, and actually spend some time in front of a computer with the proper editing software, with the proper music. I think I can do something cool. So, and then I also, this camera is okay, but I think I think that's going to turn out to be a really good live stream setup when I get all that figured out. There's a couple more pieces that I'm missing to make it work. So, Joe's RC Garage, if you can recommend one battery shorty pack, what would it be? SMC, Gens A, Spectrum, or ProTech? Okay, so I'm kind of biased now. I'm not sponsored by ProTech, but because Hobbytown and A Main are working together with Hobbytown's e-commerce site, I've been pretty loyal to the ProTech brand. And I also think their batteries are really good, especially the new ones. So these packs, the graphene ones that have been out now for about a year or two, about 2 years now, these are really good, right? The ones that they had before this, they would literally come to the store pre-poofed. So I never wanted to use a ProTech battery. But the new ones, these graphene ones, Graphene Plus, that have been out now for, like I said, for a couple of years, they've been great. I think this is actually my old pack. So this is the pack that didn't make 8 minutes at the J Concepts race and cost me the win in 40 plus. But I think, if I remember correctly, this battery had been in my car, my two-wheel drive mod buggies, for like 2 years. So it's kind of my fault for using an old battery, but 2 years is a pretty good run. And honestly, I don't balance these every time. Sometimes I'm just in a hurry and I just say, nah, I don't need to balance. And I just jam, 20 amps into it and go. So these batteries have taken everything that we've sent to it. I also use the Protec 3 cells in all my crawlers. So I'm a big Protec fan. I think that the new Spectrum packs are pretty good. If you're using their charge system, especially, it's really neat how you can follow the lifespan of those batteries. It can tell you how many times it's been charged or whatever. Basically, telemetry for your battery. I think that's really cool. The SMC stuff, honestly, I haven't seen that in person in a long time. I know we used to carry SMC batteries back in the day with nickel metal hydrides, and then they went direct, and it kind of shuffled the hobby stores out of it. And I haven't seen too many SMC batteries come through lately. They were really popular there for a while. A lot of guys were ordering them direct, and then that just kind of went away. I think we sell more batteries in the store now. Oh man. And then the Genze stuff has been really good too, especially the Redline brand. It's really exciting. So
I'm gonna go make some toast.
you got one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go make some toast.
So yeah, that's a long-winded answer to that question, but yeah, I like the Protec stuff. In fact, this car is going to have a Protec 6100 in it for Sunday. So John, your drag slash is only greased. So dude, last night when I put grease in this thing, or diff fluid, holy crap, it was empty. There was no grease, diff fluid, nothing in this differential. I couldn't believe it. I bet you at one time there was that really fine like that gray diff grease that you see sometimes in Tamiya cars. I think that's what was kind of in there, but it was empty completely. So I put 500,000 in it. I've seen anywhere from 200 to 1 million, and I think anywhere in there is fine. Like I said, I'm no expert yet. This is the first time really going to a competition with a drag car, so I'm going to learn a lot. But I put 500K in this one. I would assume, right around that same area, 200, 300, 500, million. If you don't have any of that, I think you'd be fine. Yeah. Again, a lot of that's just a guess. I've watched some setup videos on this, and it seemed the consensus was there really was no consensus. It was kind of all over the place. It was 200,000, 500,000. A couple guys put putty in there. I'm not sure about that. I think you still need your diff to kind of work. So, but we'll find out, I guess. I guess we'll find out. Jason Haley, you are late to the party. That's okay. All right, let's get this guy together, shall we? We need my black grease. This is not a drag slash, Jason. This is a DR10, and my son is working on his mine. I don't know, the family Losi car. So Associated sent me one of these a while back because we actually had sponsored the Ottawa drag strip last summer, and we were going to do like a demo of the drag cars. Well, Associated didn't have any, and so I had one lying around on back order at Associated, and so when they did actually come in, got sent to me. Well, poof! Now I got a drag car, and then today we got the Losi no prep drag car. So we're gonna put a 13.5 in the Losi one, and then we're going to and then I'm gonna try to go fast with a 3.5 motor in my Associated here on Sunday. and we'll see what happens. Maybe, at some point, maybe we'll swap out the electronics and try each car individually. But yeah, for now, that's what the plan is. I got that J Concepts Firebird body that Kenny agreed to paint for me out of the blue. So he normally doesn't paint for people anymore, but it's such a cool body, and I'm like, please. So he agreed to paint it for me, so I'm pretty happy. So the Losi is a roller, so you can get it as a ready to run or a roller, and the roller's cheap. It's $219. So we just got that. Since I already had a servo, I already had a speed controller. I'm sure I can track down a 13.5 motor. If not, we got them at the store. They're not technically drag 13.5 motors, but we'll make it work. So, there's going to be footage. There's going to be footage of my car this weekend. You better believe it. There's actually, what do we got going on? So we got, we're going to go drag racing on Sunday, and I'm going to get some cool footage of that, try to put together a little video. And then next weekend, we're going to regionals Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Kansas City, and I'm definitely going to be doing a video on that. So it's going to be a good time. I'm going to be busy, as always. I got the body all painted up for my Techno Nitro car for me. So I'm going to race. Emerson and I are racing the same car. I'm going to be racing 40 plus Nitro and e-buggy, and he's going to be racing an Expert Nitro buggy. And we got the Sturgeon team colors on the Techno here. So pretty excited. The Sturgeon colors right again on the Nitro. So that's going to be a fun time, I hope. Michael Root. Yeah, there's a group. It's kind of funny because there's a group or two that doesn't seem to have a whole lot of interest in the organized drag racing. They just like find a nice smooth parking lot and go with their buddies and do it. And the funny thing is they all come in and they're all trying to outdo each other with new stuff. So they're all coming in and buying these gigantic motors for their cars. So you'll see all sorts of, you'll see like Rustlers with like an 8-scale motor in it, or a Bandit. Jerome, the new guy that works for us, he's got a Bandit that's like modded out, and just, it's insane what they're doing. It doesn't even have like actual front tires. It's got like plastic wheels in the front. It's just really, it's really interesting to see how that's gone and kind of grown. So Jason, I haven't heard of any funny cars coming out again. The thing about it's weird because Traxxas, I wonder if Traxxas was leery about coming out with a drag slash because of the funny car thing. Because the funny cars, they almost were sold as like almost like shelf queens. You really didn't see them getting used a lot. This was like 5 years ago. They had the funny cars, they had the DR1 system or whatever. So you could actually have drag racing, actual drag racing set up with times and launch times and all that. But that being said, the only ones that we ordered a bunch of them, and the only ones that ever sold were the John Force and the Courtney Force ones. The other two, nobody ever bought them, and we had to severely discount them to get them out the door, and then Traxxas discontinued it. So I wonder if there was a pause, like a momentary hesitation to come out with that stuff when the no prep stuff started to get popular. It just kind of makes me think, maybe that had something to do with the time it took for Traxxas. Plus, I've been told before that Traxxas, by one of the higher ups at Traxxas, that they it's like one reason why they don't have a late model slash, or like a mod short course slash. Gosh darn it, a modified dirt oval slash, is because all these guys are making them. So it's almost like they didn't want to get in the way of that, which seems really weird for Traxxas because, they're very protective of their brand. So I don't know. Who knows what that means? What's the fastest motor they make? I don't know. We were talking about this the other day. I think I've seen a 2.5. I can't remember if I've ever seen a 1.5. I'm sure they're out there. I think you lose. I think that low you would lose I think you wouldn't have any torque. That thing would just be all top end. I'll be right back. What's the Baja Punch?
I don't know.
What's the deal with you guys all getting different Mountain Dew flavors?
I like the American Mountain Dew.
Oh.
But I don't like any of the other ones.
Okay.
The other ones are gross.
Yeah. Jason Haley got his gas truck conversion today, which is pretty freaking awesome. I'll be curious to see if we have any on Saturday. I think it's going to be July before. I think it's going to be July before we have a real chance of seeing anybody else's. Unless the guys from Kansas City come up this weekend. I think they're having a dirt oval race. So if we could get some of the KC guys to come up for the STS that have them, I think that could be a lot of fun. But yeah, I think round 2. I think the Ignite ones just didn't come out in time to make our round 1. So I think Will's going to be working on his to get his ready for regionals next week. I looked on the RC sign up, and it looks like there's going to be at least a full heat down there in KC, so that's going to be really good. Yes, Dylan. So here's the deal. So today, this is what happened today. Okay, I think this contributed to my headache today. So I was on time for work, doing awesome. I had to make a stop, and then after that stop, I went to the gas station. This time, I didn't want to risk going to Casey's and them not having it, because that happens more often than not.
Yeah, Casey sucks.
So I went to the BP at 132nd and Center, and when I walked in, there was no line. So I was like, freaking sweet. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to have my 2 morning kickstarts. Everything's going great. I went back. I grabbed the kickstarts. I had them in stock, so I was happy. I came to the front, and between the time it took for me to walk to the back to get the kickstart and walk to the front, there was a line. There was 2 guys behind another guy, and this guy was lottery guy. And lottery guy, I hate lottery guy. So I was on time. Everything was going great. I was going to get to work like 5 minutes early, just right on time. And then we all got stuck behind lottery guy. And lottery guy was like, yeah, I'll take that number 18. And why don't you give me another 20? And then give me number 5. I'll take a number 5. And he just started like wanting all these different lottery tickets, the scratch offs. And we're all standing there like this, like, oh no. And then he's like, all right, you know what? I take that back. I don't want this one. Why don't you give me that one right there? And I'm like, oh. And I almost said, I was like, I almost said I didn't because I was trying to be nice. I was like, hey, man, I got to go to work. Can you like let me go by and then you can go back to picking out your lottery tickets? But instead, I just sat there because I thought he was done. And then this guy bought like $50 worth of scratch-off lottery tickets. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be late for work. I got to go. And so I left my Kickstart there, and I was pretty bummed out because I really didn't have anything to drink this morning. I think that contributed to my headache. I think I had like a caffeine withdrawal thing going on. I think it was just not good. But dude, lottery guy, man. I hate lottery guy. So I didn't have my sufficient amount of Mountain Dew Kickstart this morning. I thought about making another stop, but then I looked at the schedule, and I was the only guy with the key to open. It was just me and Aiden for the first hour. And, you know, we're on camera. We can't be late like that. That'd be terrible. Yeah, don't be lottery guy, okay? Just it's like when you go up to the drive-thru and you know that like Wendy's closes at 10 and there's a line and we all should know what we should get. Like the people that go up to a drive-thru and ask the drive-thru person questions about what to get, that person sucks. The drive-thru person taking your order, all he wants to hear is, I'll have a number 1, a number 3, and a number 4 with no ice or no pickles, whatever. They don't want to hear, can you tell me how good your chicken sandwich is? Because they don't care, right? They have no idea. They don't give a crap. All they want to do is take your order and then finish out the day and go home. Stop asking people. If you want to ask questions, go inside. Don't hold up the drive-thru. I hate that. Drive-thru guy and lottery guy are just two of the worst people on the planet. So we should sell pickle cards. Yeah, that'd go over really well.
Pickles are gross.
Yeah, pickle cards. Pickle cards are they're like lottery tickets. You like scratch them up. You don't scratch them. You like tear them open.
You meant
or
like
whatever.
pickles. Pickles.
No, not actual pickles. You ever catch that thief that you showed on camera? So kind of. So that guy was really stupid. What if I still got him on video? So I didn't. So you know what's funny is that Facebook demonetized my my video of the last 2 thieves that came in and stole that castle thing. I put it on YouTube because I'm like, why not? And I had it monetized because I'm like, why not? Facebook demonetized it. I couldn't believe it.
Facebook moment.
Or YouTube demonetized it.
Oh,
sorry. So this guy, I don't know if you guys can see that. So this guy actually decided to come into the store. Like this was like 2 months ago, and
why are you covering up his plates?
Cameron's like, hey, isn't that the guy that was the driver for the guy who stole that stuff? And I looked at him, I'm like, I think so. So I went back and I found that I brought up the YouTube video, and the guy he wanted to ask us a question, And I pulled up the YouTube thing and I was like, hey man, isn't that you? And he was like stunned. He's like, and I'm like, that is you. The guy was wearing the same chain, the same clothes. The truck is the same truck that was in the video that was backing up so that his buddy could get into it. And so we like confronted him. We're like, yeah, man, we're not going to help you at all. You got to go. Like you're not even allowed. You shouldn't be allowed in here anymore. And oh my gosh, it was so bad. And then the guy's like, the guy tried to like, what did he say? It was something to the effect of, well, I didn't steal anything. My friend did. And then everybody, there was Cameron, me, and I think Aiden or Trevor, somebody. We all were like, dude, you were the getaway driver. That's the exact same thing. So we didn't catch him, but that person knows that he's not allowed back in the store anymore. And he was on camera. I'm waiting for the other guy, the short guy, to try to come in, the one who actually took it. Because then hopefully Cameron's there that day. And yeah, it'd be pretty awesome to put that guy in like some sort of neck lock or something. I think that'd be rad. I need thread lock. Is my thread lock in there? Now what are you doing?
I'm pre-soldering these so I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what now?
Well, now we should probably try to put it in the car, but I think we're gonna have to wait until I get this one all figured out. So
okay.
Yeah.
So should I go upstairs?
Yeah, you can go upstairs.
Okay.
Take your plate with you.
I know.
Can you make me a grilled cheese sandwich?
We don't have any bread. I used the last piece of bread. Okay, good night.
All right, good night. Thank you. Did you unplug the soldering iron?
Negative.
Yeah, unplug the soldering iron so we don't leave it on all night like we did the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's been a little while since you've done that, but still. Hey, where did my 1.5 go?
I don't know. You had it.
Oh, man. Oh, there it is. Found it. Michael Root said, takes guts to go back to the crime scene. I mean, I guess. Or stupidity. I lean more on stupidity with this guy. Yeah. Peter Renault just made meatloaf sandwiches. That sounds great. I'm actually kind of hungry. So, like I said, I didn't feel very good today at work, so I left early. I came home. I actually took a nap. I think I slept from like 3 o'clock to like 7 o'clock, and woke up. Gretchen brought me some Kickstart, and yeah, haven't really eaten anything. So now I'm getting hungry. I was thinking pizza rolls or Totino's pizza. Those are my favorite. I think that's one of the greatest parts about growing up is that like you can just go and buy a whole bunch of Totino's pizzas at the store and save them for when you really, really need them. Chris Hardison, nice to see you. Tonight I'm working on my DR10. I'm trying to put my roll bar on it, the associated one. I thought about getting the Drag Race Concepts one that we had in stock at the HobbyPlex, and this was $12, and the Drag Race Concept one was like $90. So I went with the $12 one. But out of all the stuff I've done in RC over the years, I have never done an actual drag race competition. And so we're going to go drag racing on Sunday. I just put the electronics in this guy. I'll show you guys what I got here again. So just put my speed controller in, shorty pack, my ProTech 160 servo, and then I just wired up my Viper 3.5. It's an old motor, so Viper's not really around anymore. But it's the only 3.5 that I could find. And I don't know, I'm kind of stoked. I'm pretty excited. It works. I turned it on and synced the speed controller, calibrated it, and everything's ready to go. The only thing that I'm kind of bummed out on is that my J Concepts Firebird body won't be ready in time. So I'm going to have to use the stock DR10 body. But other than that, everything else turned out pretty good. So I'm gonna make a couple passes just right in front of my house tomorrow. I live on a T, and so the street in front of me is nice and flat and fairly clean. I'm gonna take a leaf blower to it and just give it a try, make sure nothing clogs, make sure I built the differential correctly, and because I did pack it with 500,000 oil diff fluid yesterday, and make sure I got the rest of it all ready to go. So, but for now, I'm just putting on that. I'm putting on our roll bar here. So, Jason, I probably could have or should have put a slower servo in there. I have like a whole bunch of 160Ts because Emerson and I go through cars so much. So so he's not running his buggy right now. So so I had the 160 from that, and I put it in there. And on the radio, I turned down the dual rate so the front wheels barely turn. I suppose I could slow it down. If it gets to be a problem, that's definitely an option. I'll be able to go in there and slow the speed down. But I haven't done that. I just left it alone. The one thing that I did do is I'm just trying to outthink myself, I guess, is I did put a little bit of an Expo throttle curve into it. So it's real soft on the first part of the trigger, and then it comes up. So hopefully that helps the launch. This speed controller that I have is an older speed controller, so it's not going to have like anything like the McLaren, where it's got basically like a launch control where you can soften it up and all that. So I kind of have to do that with the radio. It does have timing though, so maybe I'll put some boost in this thing too. I mean, I don't even know. I'm not even sure what I can do. Sounds like fun though. 3.5 with boost. Sounds super fun. Nice. So Hardison has 3 cars. He's got a stock DR10 with a 13.5, a DR10 kit with the Mamba X and Phantom 4.5, and the IROC body, which I was actually tempted to get. So I'm sponsored by J Concepts for off-road. I'm for everything, but the main reason why I'm sponsored by J Concepts is because of my off-road racing, and so I've been looking and see what J Concepts had. I was going to go with the Mustang because I like to run into people. But when I saw that Firebird come out, I kind of waited, and I just happened to get one of those in on one of my last tire orders, and a buddy of mine's painting it up. So unfortunately, it won't be ready for this weekend, but I should have it after this. So, but I think that Firebird's going to be pretty sweet. I'm excited to see how this even works. To be honest with you, I've never even been on a strip or anything. So this is all new to me. And so I'm 43 years old, and I've been doing this since 4th grade, RC cars since the 80s. and I've done it. I've done a lot. I've done, obviously I started with 10 scale off road. I did when that kind of died off in the early 2000s. I got into 8 scale nitro. I learned about nitro cars, so I was starting off completely fresh from that. I did on-road racing in the early 2000s as well, because that's the only track that was around here. So I was brand new to that at the time and learned how to do that. I've been into crawling since 2008 when that stuff came out. I was brand new to that. And so here we are, a brand new segment of RC that I've personally never competed in or even thought about competing in. And so this is brand new to me. So I'm really excited to go out and learn about it and get better at it. There's not much in this hobby that I haven't done, and this is one of those things that I haven't done. So I think it's gonna be awesome. And I just got I just got the Losi drag car today. Where we're going to go race at, they've got the open class, and then or the outlaw, and then they've got a 13.5 class. And so my son, before he went to bed here, he wired up that speed controller, and we're going to make this car, the Losi car, a 13.5 for Sunday. And then, maybe we'll swap out the electronics at some point. But so, yeah, we'll have 2 cars. So I'm excited to get them both going. I think it's going to be pretty fun. I hope I have this done in time. It's possible I might not, but we'll get it. So yeah, so then I was thinking about doing like a side-by-side comparison video with try to get to put a 13.5 in this and see if we can get like a comparison of the DR10 versus the Losi. And then maybe in the future, maybe I'll get one of the cool, carbon fiber cars or something. It's kind of like crawling. Like I started out with 1 and now I have 3, and I'm looking for a Sherpa, a Team Garage Hack Sherpa. So then I'll have 4, and then it never ends. So his Losi 22 is running the Tekin 3.5 with an RX-8 and the vet body. Yeah. I hope the Firebird truly does compete with that Corvette body like they say it should. So plus it's going to have my paint scheme on it, so it's going to look freaking sweet no matter what. I was watching a video the other night, and I was trying to figure out a baseline setup for this thing, and they're putting like 2,000 diff fluid in the rear shocks instead of shock oil. Oh, nice. Yeah, I looked. So G-Speed's the only one that I can find in stock anywhere. The Team Garage Hack stuff's all not available at the moment, and it seems like G-Speed's the only one that actually has anything. So I'm my element. My element is it's pretty dialed. The only thing that I'm missing that I want is the flat skid, but like Vader, A-Main doesn't have any right now, so I'm waiting for them to come in stock so I can just get it through the store. I was tempted to order it. I think G-Speed had some, but I'm just gonna wait because I'm doing fine with this the way it is. But I take the body off, but my winch hook is all tight and everything. But it's kind of heavy. I went with brass links, and I know people are like, oh, brass links, blah. But these have actually been pretty tough. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I love this truck. Now that I remember how to drive it again. It's weird because at the start of the year, I was terrible at crawling again. and it's almost just like I needed practice. And then I went to a comp a couple weeks ago, and I didn't have a winch, and that cost me a lot. So the next day, we had them at the Plex. I got that 800 ounce Reefs internal winch and put it on there. So I'm not going to be behind the 8 ball again, at least in class 2. So I love my crawler. My crawler is awesome. Actually, so one of the videos I'm going to make with my new camera is of my crawler course. So I just built. Well, I've been working on it and I've been kind of keeping it a secret. I'll show you guys some pictures. So this is my. I know this is a crappy way of doing this, but yeah, it's kind of hard to see. That's my backyard crawler course, and I'm going to make a video on it, just a short, 10-minute video. There's a couple more things I'm going to do. I'm going to build a bridge. Once I get that done, then we're going to make a true home crawler course video for the HobbyPlex show, and I'm pretty happy with myself on that one. I think it's fun. It's I made it hard because it's my course, so I don't have to worry about people complaining about it because it's in my backyard. If I want to make it hard, I'll make it hard. So should be really good. Yeah. Oh, and then I missed one. So Chris, we're in Omaha, Nebraska. So not too far from North Dakota. Not terribly far. Yeah, I finally got my wife to agree to let me build the course. So, yeah, there's going to be a video coming. I finally completed. It's taken me all spring, so I mean, I work a lot, and a lot of my free time is spent, obviously, playing with RC cars or finding something that my son wants to do. So I've kind of been picking at it. And I finally got done with basically like 3 complete paths, I guess, trails, right? And I want to make like a 4th before I really go public with it. And then eventually we'll have I'll invite everybody over for like a crawler party here in Omaha, just my friends and stuff. And that's probably where I'll take some video. I think it's going to be cool. Do you think blue triple Ds will work at Fastlane, Jackson? I think so. I mean, from what everybody tells me, the track gets like water slick. So like a lot of outdoor tracks, if you ever notice, like if it rains and then it finally dries, and you'll get this track with what looks like should be a really groove in it, but because it was so wet, that outdoor clay gets really slick. And so depending on how hot it is and how sunny it is, I think blues, greens, I think will work. I think I got a couple different sets of aqua compound because they do build up heat pretty quickly, and they last, hopefully the whole main. So if Emerson makes the A or even the B, we'll have long-lasting tires for our cars. So yeah, I think greens. I got greens for qualifying. So my thought process going into it is a more aggressive tire in qualifying because the qualifiers are shorter, and then you put on the longer lasting tires for the main. So, I don't know if that's the right way anymore. It's been a while since we've been to a big outdoor event. So, I guess we'll find out, but that's kind of how I think about it. I I've always thought that that's how that should play out. What else do we got? Yeah, Peter, nobody can get stadium truck tires right now. Sucks. We're out again. So we had like 40 something pairs of clay ellipses, and they're all gone. Everybody bought them, which is it's fine. It's just Proline has them in stock. We got a bunch of Proline positrons, but they're pretty much the only ones. It's pretty nuts. That's weird. See, I bring my CR F-150 to the Plex on Friday night. Nobody will laugh at you. You'll just be slow, but nobody will care, especially on Fridays. Fridays are fun because nobody cares. It's Family Friday off-road. It's more of a laid-back, everybody sucks kind of thing. So I wouldn't worry about it. Let's see. No bad taste yet. Sorry. I'm still slacking on that one. Yeah, Jackson, I'm kind of jelly that you get to go to NDRC. It looks very Plex-like. You know, it's Texas dirt, but it's not like red clay, I don't think. So the track always looks really nice. I like how they integrate their dirt oval into the whole off-road thing too. Kind of like we do. Walls is on here. How's it going, man? It's going good. I'm gearing up to try to do some drag racing. So we will see. Should put this on first. Hardison, do I have any big trucks? I have an Outcast 6S that I think it's a V2 because it doesn't have the center brace, and it's the truck I used for our house jump video a year ago, and I still haven't fixed it yet. I actually busted an outdrive in that, doing that. And I was going to fix it one night, and I even got the part for it. And then I lost it, the part, and then it's just been sitting there ever since. So I need to get on the ball and get that thing back rolling again so I can do some fun stuff with it. I had this idea of jumping on the roof of the HobbyPlex in Omaha. It's like 40 feet, I think, or 30 feet or something like that. It's really high up there. But I thought that I could get a run at it from the parking lot, from the street to the parking lot, and then hit it and try to launch up on the roof and then jump off the roof. The problem is I'm scared of heights, so there's no way that I'm getting on the roof to jump the truck off the roof. And so I would have to basically have somebody up on the roof to tell me where the truck's at so then I could jump off the roof. But I don't know. Did you guys only do that one? So yeah, the Armageddon got kind of ruined by COVID. So we were gonna, because we did it in 2019, October of 2019, and we were gonna try to do it in October of last year. And of course, October is right around when that spike hit, and everybody freaked out again. And so, yeah, our Armageddon event kind of got sidelined because of COVID. So that kind of sucked. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure what we're planning on this year. I know the owner would like to do that again. I actually want to schedule in like a bash day. I'm thinking like a Sunday, and have it be free. And I want to bring out the sumo table, because that was probably the most fun thing that we did. So basically, I want to have like an Armageddon day, but not have it be, I guess, officially Armageddon. Not really branded as a specific brand type thing. I just want to have it be like a HobbyPlex bash day. I was thinking maybe like a swap meet or something, like a bash day / swap meet, just some sort of RC meet, where we could do some fun events again. The crappy thing is all the jumps I've confiscated all the jumps. So I used a lot of the wood to build a bunch of stuff for the carpet off-road. So I'd have to build all new jumps again. And the price of wood is stupid. Which it's not a big deal, but it just sucked to spend all that. But the sumo table we still have, and it's ready to go. I think a sumo table would be a blast. So, because what was great about the sumo table was, like, Emerson was running his 10 scale car, and sometimes he would win against like the X Maxes and stuff. I think that's awesome. Yeah, I put Chris, I put a RPM front bumper on mine. So we broke like a 15-cent screw, an outdrive, and then the front bumper broke on the Outcast. So we put the Creighton bumper on the Outcast, and then I just got to fix that rear hub. Cameron at work, he's bashed his a whole bunch, and he's been pretty successful with that Creighton. It hasn't really busted a whole lot of stuff, which is nice. So, Big Dude's got a good question. He's non-sponsored racing. Is it dumb to get all associated electronics like servo, batteries, ESC motor? Not dumb at all. I actually see that a lot. So, for instance, I'm pretty sure Jason Haley on here, I'm pretty sure he's running associated speed controller, servo, motor, the Reedy stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not sponsored by anybody with electronics, so I have certain loyalties to like batteries and servos, right now to ProTech, just because I've had really good luck with them. But I'm not sponsored by them. I just choose it. When it comes to motors, in my stable right now, I've got a Rudog 8-scale motor. I've got a Sonic 6.5 mod motor in my two-wheel mod. I got a Rudog 7.0 that I have as a backup. I had a McLaren 7.0. I've got a Motive 13.5 for like 13.5 four-wheel drive. So on the motor side of things, I tend to be kind of picky only by the tabs. The soldering tabs have got to be the right one. So this motor killed me. So not killed me, but like this motor has a soldering tabs that I don't like. So this old Viper motor, it's hard to tell from here. Well, you can kind of see. So you know how this has those the soldering tabs that have little cutouts in them, right? I hate that. I want the soldering tabs that have the little flat spot that you can just solder the wire to. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. And unfortunately, this motor has the ones I don't like, but whatever, I'll deal with it. It's fine. But I don't think there's anything wrong with being brand loyal at all if you're not sponsored, because at least then you're consistent, right? So for the longest time, my son and I both had Orion R10 ESCs, even though they were kind of getting old, like the programming and everything compared to like a hobby wing, we were just comfortable with them. So up until, was it last year? I think last summer when I finally said, okay, we need to upgrade and get more modern electronics. And I finally got us all on hobby wing for ESCs. And again, for that, we're using all hobby wing just because now I'm comfortable with it. Now I've got the box. So if I had all these different speed controllers, I'd have to have all these stupid boxes to program them. So it's good to just lean into one and stick with it. Unless it's crap, unless it's like, some sort of China brand, then I'd be like, yeah, you should get like a good one. All right, let's get this thing pressed in here. I skipped a step, so kind of get my pliers. Emerson's up there playing video games. I can hear him. I think he's playing Red Dead again. I really should do this with the wheels off. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Chris Hardiston, what are you running for gearing and setup? So I think, so I got a 3.5 in this one, and I'm going to do, I couldn't find anything higher than the 87 spur gear. And so I went 87.19. I'm probably going to mess with the speed controller settings when I get out there, because this will be the first time I'm doing this. So I just want to like drive it first and go, okay, I need to soften this or whatever. So beyond the gearing, I don't really know. And I might even be off in the gearing. I think I saw 8720 was a popular gear to put on there. But I thought if I was going to add some timing, some boost or whatever to it as well, that having it geared a little lower probably wouldn't hurt. I'm actually just glad it works. It's like a hodgepodge of stuff. What is the one track I should go to race my two-wheel drive that's closest to the Plex? Well, you don't have that many options, dude. It's either Fastlane or Hutchinson, for dirt. So I would say if I had to choose, Hutchinson's farther away, but the track is a little bit bigger, and the grip level, they have way more grip than we do usually, but it's more similar to the Plex. Fastlane is smaller, and the dirt is like this kind of blacker dirt, and it's not as similar. So if I had to choose, I'd go to Hutch if I wanted to go somewhere different. So they have a race called the Fall Classic, and it'll be taking place probably this October or November. I think if you want to travel, dude, if you want to try to travel to a race, we could go to that one. I think I was planning on going this year. I didn't go last year because of the South Carolina race that we were planning on going to. So I'm not going to do that race this year. So I think I'll go to the Hutch Fall Classic instead. I'm actually I'm starting to plan out the fall racing already. I can't believe I'm thinking about it, but I got the Techno Series dates written down, and I just need to get a hold of those guys down there to find out when they're going to have that race so that I can go. So Hutchinson's kind of a very Council Bluffs-like town, but the track is a lot of fun. So Andrew says we don't have any matching electronics. Yeah, that's fine. A lot of people don't, but that's why they make it. That's why electronics are universal, right? Chris's Z28 is his first built car, so that's the one I've put the most time in, or he's put the most time in. Fully adjustable shocks all around, and the element. And I've had it back to slipper clutch off. Yeah, the slipper clutch, I'm curious to see how much it slips with a 3.5 in it. If I can get away with having it slip a little bit, or if I need to crank it down more. Again, I'm going to this thing blind, so I just don't have a clue. I'm going to be so clueless that it's like being a novice all over again. Jason McLaren is on here. That's awesome. How's Jason doing? My wheelie bar is a little low. Okay. I was wondering about that. I was thinking about getting the cool J Concepts one when they get them in stock. That comes out farther. And Exotech has one too. We actually have one at the store. It's not too bad. It's like $60 and it's carbon fiber. So I'm curious about it. Well, I can adjust that. Peter Renault says, I'm never buying another Savix. So I don't have anything against Savix. I actually have we actually have a Savix, or do we? Is it still in my e-buggy? Hang on. I can't remember what servo I'm running in this thing. Oh yeah. So there's a Savix, what is it, 2210 TG in my 8 scale right now, my e-buggy. I've had pretty good luck with that. I eventually plan on changing it out to a 170 brushless, but I haven't broken it yet. So, and it's weird because like 156 SGs are one of our most popular servos to sell at the HobbyPlex. You don't see too many of them come back. I think everybody just has everybody's got their own like experiences with certain brands. It's kind of weird how that works out. So, there's a couple brands I won't ever buy for various reasons. I won't say what they are, but Caden Ears, what's the best vehicle out of the Arma 3S line in your opinion? Probably, boy, that's tough. Because, I mean, they're kind of all the same chassis, right? So I would say, that's a good question. I would say a Big Rock. And because with a Big Rock, you get the longer chassis from the Centon with the kind of skinnier wheels from like the Typhon, but not too skinny. They're still kind of a truck tire, but they're kind of like the short course. They're kind of a mix between a short course tire and a buggy tire. So I'd say the Big Rock, just because it's a truck, but it's not the short course truck. It's not a granite. It's kind of in the middle. It's mainly the length of the chassis on that one. Other than that, I mean, they're basically all the same thing, right? So your Centon, your Typhon, and your Big Rock all have the same length chassis, and they all have the same electronics. So I'm waiting for them to re-release the 4S. I think that'd be cool. Those were fun. The Creighton and the Outcast 4S. Plastic chassis still like the Centons, but capable of 4-cell, so you can do like standing backflips basically. Okay, so yeah, I've been reading up on the whole sway bar thing, or not the sway bar thing, so the wheelie bar thing. So I will get that tuned up and do some testing tomorrow before I go to work. So make sure my car's not tweaked. Maybe get these tires kind of scrubbed in a little bit. Try to figure out what tire sauce to use. And overall, I think it's a pretty successful night. We got the electronics working. They're synced to the radio. Put in the new slipper pads. I already did all the oils and stuff last night, and I got the sway bar installed. So it's pretty exciting. I'm stoked. Let's see. Yeah, for now, Riley, I'm waiting on belted hotties to come in stock, so I can have this all J concept out. I'm pretty much borrowing stuff right now, so I've got the stock tires, I've got these, and then I'm waiting on those J concepts belted hotties to become available again. So I'm just gonna have to go with it. So I'm going huckabuck too, because I got chrome wheels, black wheels. Jackson Anderson has one last question. What do you do to your tires for outdoors? You do nothing. No sauce. You punch holes in them so that the air can not build up, and that's it. You just go run them. Clean them with Simple Green and water, and call it good. It's one of the nice things about outdoor racing is the sauce thing's kind of not a thing. So it's nice. It's a good deal. Cole, Trevor is running races tomorrow. I'm in the store from 2 to 8, and then I'm gonna find something to do while you guys are all racing. Water the track. Come back the next day at 10 a.m. and we'll have the Saturday Truck Series. So that is pretty low, isn't it? Okay. The stock body looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not a car person. Anybody that watches this channel knows I don't care about real cars that much. But this stock body actually looks pretty cool to me. So we'll see. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna bail. It's what time is it? Holy crap! It's 11 o'clock. That was fast. Saturday, doors open at 10, and we race at 1:30. It's Cole Webb. It's just we're keeping it's just a regular club race day times, but it's all trucks. Saturday Truck Series, except for Plex Spec. We'll still run anything in Plex Spec. So Chris just officially subscribed. Thank you. And yeah, so this weekend I'm going to take some video with my new camera. What do we got? Oh my God, there's 31 people. So So I'm trying to become a better YouTuber, and got myself an actual real camera to take better video with. So I'm pretty stoked. I just got to learn the edit, that sort of thing. I'm not a slow learner, but I like to take my time with stuff. So I'm going to take some good video of the drag racing this weekend. And then I'm going to make a video about our off-road regionals next weekend. And then we got a little bit of time before the summer series in July. And yeah, so got a new toy. I'm going to try to be proficient with it and put out some good content for you guys. So okay, well, let's see. Jason, good question. So I've been pretty nonchalant about it, to be honest with you. So this channel's now on Patreon. So you can go to patreon.com. You can search right now for HobbyPlex, and we come up. I know we'd come up because I checked, and I don't have tiers or anything like that. I'm just offering like a set of stickers, and I think we're going to try to do like early access to the podcast, and then maybe even we might do some exclusive content on Patreon with Will and me. So we'll see what comes of it. But I didn't want to make a big hairy deal out of it, but it does help. It helps support the channel. The podcast is $60 a week to pay for. So, yeah, all that goes to help. So you guys can get on patreon.com, search for HobbyPlex right now. I'll post a link eventually. Give a shout out to Nick Chestnut and Peter Renault, as they are our first Patreon members. I got to do that cool thing where, like, at the end of videos, they have their Patreon members or whatever. I don't know. I'm doing my best to basically copy what everybody else is doing. So, hold on before I leave here. Caden Ayers. What about the new Vortex? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about the Vortex. So the Vortex is basically Arma's version of a Rustler 4x4. And everybody who's bought one from us at the Plex has been very happy with it. It's very tough. It's fast. It actually handles really good on our track. So I kind of forgot about that one. But that'd be a good one for sure. Plus, they got that cool – everybody likes the purple one. The purple and white truck. So it's going to be good. Okay, so enough of that. I'm going to bail. I'm hungry, and I'm going to get ready for bed so I can wake up tomorrow morning, take this out, and do some practice runs. So I'm excited. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you guys for thank you, new guys who've never watched this before. Hopefully you had a good time. We maybe learned something, and we'll see you again either on the podcast on Monday or next week. Bye.